Hey everybody, what's up, my geeks? Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine, and welcome to another Geek Tech Talk Live with me, Jeffrey Powers, and it is Prime Day, Prime Day. Everybody's loving Prime Day, Prime. That's where we talk about Amazon Prime and Prime Day. Jeffrey Powers from Geekazine, Think Magazine, Put in a Geek, and I've been up for a few. I'm normally up that early, so don't worry. I'm just that insane, but. I've been up and I've been doing a lot of the scouring. I've been doing a lot of video too because lots of different things going on here at Shea Geek, and including the Apple event. So new iPhones all around. You get an iPhone and you get an iPhone and you get an iPhone, but you have to wait another month because the iPhone I really want is not going to come out till November. But we got a lot of great deals. We got a lot of great steals, and we got it all on Prime Day. And I put it all together. Now here's the deal for the Amazon deals. Now, first of all, let me just do this really quick, and we'll go like that. For Prime Day, some of these deals could run out, but there's also wait lists on that. So in some cases, they'll put out some extra. In some cases, maybe somebody will say, no, I really didn't want that, and then say no. And then next thing you know, that you still have opportunity to get these. And so that's why some of these things they'll say it's 100% claimed, but do not fret, do not worry. I'm going to keep it on my lists just for now, and we'll see what happens. But hey, if you haven't gone over to the Prime Day page, you go over there and you can get that. It looks like we got a few people clicking already. Thank you very much. As we'll get to the first part here, go to the front of the class of the list. But anyway, this is the Prime Day deals. This is where you can go to find all the cool stuff. This page has changed since this morning. Things have shown up and disappeared. You can still get the Echo Dot for $18.99. You can still get the AirPod Pro or AirPods, not the Pros, but the AirPods for $114. They do have a deal for AirPods Pro as well. We've got looks like we've got Bissell vacuum cleaners, and we've got kids toys, and we got bedding, and we got remote controls, and better than an auction. This is Prime Day. I'm going to say it right now. So lots of cool stuff, and of course this is ever changing as things keep going. So keep in mind, you want to get a deal on your Prime stuff, you just check it out. Now today, this video is specifically focused for the video content creator. If you are making video, we've got all the Prime deals that I could find that are in there. Now, keep in mind, there are other Prime deals that are in there. There were some really cool touch tablets for drawing and stuff like that. Only problem is I have no clue how they work. I've never been introduced to them. I never saw them. I never got to review them. All of these devices, with the exception of a couple things, I have had a hands-on experience on. If I don't have it in-house, I've had a hands-on experience in some way, shape, or form. Now, a couple of these items, they're just basic. So it's just like getting a cord, getting an HDMI cord, getting a USB cable or something like that. If you get an Amazon Basics, you're pretty much good. But there's not too much to them. So, and then just throwing them in there because you might need them for whatever you're going to do. So, hey, if you haven't followed me yet, go ahead and follow me over on Amazon's. It's amazon.com/shop/Geekazine. Think Magazine, Put in a Geek, and you got me. And I'd appreciate that much. We got about 24, 25 people coming on now. It's going to grow as we go. And let's go to grow where we go, and we go the grow. So we're going to start. I'm a big fan of little action cameras. In fact, I have over here, I'm pointing here, but you're going, wait a minute, I don't see anything. But over here is my drum set, and I'm doing a 4-camera shoot around the drum set. I'm using little action cameras, and I'm a big fan of Hero 4. Blacks, because they've been tried and true, but sometimes it's time to update, and I've been very impressed on those Hero 9s. And so the Prime Day bundle, it's just amazing here, and I want to start with that one, and we will do it like this. Here it is, the Prime Day bundle for the Hero. It comes with the Hero GoPro. GoPro 9. We've got the selfie stick with that, and of course a little case. Now, what's really cool about this, you might use it for the action shots, coming in and things like that. But what I use it for is live streaming. So whereas I'm doing something like this, I'm using a pretty high-end camera. I can also use the GoPros. In fact, when I was in South Korea, I was using GoPros for the cameras because going to South Korea, I couldn't take as much with me. And, normally when I go traveling, I take almost 150 pounds worth of gear, if not more, on any flight. But going to South Korea, that was a little bit different because you have to go through airports and streets with your luggage. And so I wanted to make sure that the only big piece of luggage was my main roller bag. And so I tried to keep things small. And that's where these cameras came in perfect because I could put them into my bag. They didn't take up much space, couple cables, and then they hooked up into my computer via capture card, and I could do a live stream easily. So the Hero 9s, they've got the improved camera. They got the front-facing viewfinder. So if you want to go in selfie mode and walk down the street and talk, you can do so. But if you want to flip it around and do a reverse angle, you can do that as well. It's an amazing camera, and they've got an amazing price right there for this camera right here. That's the GoPro 9 Hero 9 bundle with the camera and the stick and the case. So. And of course, if you've already got that, you just want to get the Hero 9 Black. They do have the same thing. The prime deal is getting the case and the selfie stick off the whole situation. So that saves you. I think that selfie stick is about $30-$40 itself. So it does save you a little bit on that. So that's amazing little deal right there. And of course, let's move on from there. If you want to save a little bit of money, they do have the Hero 8, which is just as good from what I understand. I have not done a GoPro Hero 8, but it's the lower end. I've played with the 4. I skipped the 5 because it didn't have the live stream ability. Went to 6 and then 7, and I didn't try 8, and I haven't tried 9 yet, but that's soon. So, but anyway, it's a little bit less expensive for the 8, and I think it's the deal is in the bundle. Once again, let's go here. So once again, you get the GoPro, you get the casing around the GoPro, and then the little selfie stick right there. I don't think you have an actual case for it, but you could probably go ahead. Let me switch over here so people are following along on the links below. If you're on Amazon, then there's links down below, and so you can just select that and go from there. So anyway, so you got the case and you got the selfie stick. That's a pretty good deal right there, and getting some cool action camera shots and just these action cameras. They do a great job. I use them with my band. I use them in, like I said, went to South Korea. And if I need to set up a very simple streaming solution, I will set up my MacBook Pro. I'll set up the camera into a capture card, and then I'll use my iPhone for the other one. Actually, I have an iPhone 7, which I'll use. And with that, I can do a protocol called NDI. And with that protocol, I can bring that into the computer, therefore having a 2-camera experience. It's pretty sweet. And it's so low profile. It's just amazing what you can do. Add in a microphone, of course, and add in audio, some sort of audio, and you're good to go. You can be streaming from almost anywhere. So anyway, that's the GoPro 8, just as cool as the 9. Now, if you want to get into cameras, I talked about it this morning. Canon has the Hero camera. I'm sorry, not the Hero camera. Has the Eos M200 camera. Now, I have the Eos M5, and of course, any camera. This is a mirrorless camera. Any camera from Canon has pretty much been a great camera. I've had the T series cameras. I've had an 8D. And of course the mirrorless. I have the M5, but this is the M200, and this is a great camera. This is perfect for you selfie live streamer, or not live streamers, sorry, selfie vloggers. That's what I'm going for. And it's perfect for that because it's got the LCD screen which flips up, and we'll show you in this picture right here. So it flips up so you can see what you're doing, so you can be looking at the camera, flip the screen up, and be talking about camera lenses. It does have the ability to switch out camera lenses through their EFM series lines, but what I did with mine was I also got an adapter because I had a lot of EF lenses and I wanted to use those, so I got an adapter for my mobile and connected it up and used it. A lot of lenses. So if you've lived in the Canon infrastructure for a long time, then you'll just be able to interchange these lenses and go from there. Amazing, amazing camera. And I believe this camera is also, if you don't do HDMI out, I think that's got to clean out. I'm not sure for live streaming. I believe it also uses that EOS beta webcam option, so you can connect it up to a computer as well. But I'd have to double check on that. I was going to, and so many things to do today. I was just crazy. I didn't get to do that. But if you're looking to up your game with a really nice camera, Canon's got one for you on Prime Day. All right, let's move on from there. This is one of my favorite cameras right here. I have it right here, and I got it on the little selfie stick thing. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket. When I did the interview with DJI back last year when it first came out, which was January 2019, I said, I have to have this camera in my arsenal because it's a 3-axis gimbal camera. Let's see if let's turn it on. Let's do that again. Sometimes with the selfie stick, it's got to remember where it is, or maybe I'm hitting the wrong button. I could be hitting the wrong button. Yeah, let's hit the right button, and now it starts to work. And what's really cool is I can move around, and let's see, we can lock the position, but then with the joystick, I can go up and down. Here, I'll switch to this camera so you can see it better. So I can move this lens around simply by using the joystick on this selfie lens. And then I see everything right on that little screen right there, which is amazing. So I use this at CES. I use this in Korea. Once again, another small camera. The best part about it is it's got a case, and when you put it in the case, it'll fit in your pocket. And I try not to use my phone too much unless I absolutely have to, because if you've ever been in a situation where you're recording something on your phone and then all of a sudden somebody calls, or you get a Facebook post or something like that, then all of a sudden you're just like, oh man, my moment's been ruined because there's a phone call, and of course the phone's there to answer phone calls ultimately. So 4K, you can do a lot of stuff with this, and the best part is I can get this in positions that a phone can't do. Plus, it has things like stop motion, and I can set up a scene where it starts. The camera lens focuses right here, and it'll zoom down with a stop motion. So you'll see me run around, bounce around like that the whole time. You can do it in 1 second, 2 second, 5 second intervals, and then have a really good stop motion. I should probably put this onto the setup here for the drums and do a stop motion on that, and as I'm playing, because that would be kind of fun to do. So if you use that, let me know, and definitely ask questions in the chat. We have a few questions here in the other chat here, and James goes, hello from Seattle, I have a question. Gamer PC from James. MOFO Taco says, hey, and then James goes, can you guide me to the right PC for YouTube editing, and do I need 1 or 2 monitors? For YouTube editing, I'm going to show you. Actually, I think I have this in the list. Down the line here, we're going to be talking about a PC. I talked about it this morning, It's a great combination that you can get to build a PC. This is for building. If you want an already done PC, contact me at Geekazine and I'll get you a link on there. So Mofo Taco goes the Razer Viper Ultimate is a prime deal right now. Oh, that's interesting. I did not see that one. We should check that out as we go. And so yeah, keyboard, mouse. I think that's it for video editing game PC. And do I need the unit on your shirt? Those are pricey. Yes, this is a Stream Deck. And we'll talk about this in a minute. But yeah, you definitely need a Stream Deck. I'm surprised they didn't put Stream Deck in here. I am going to pause for a quick second because we are going to add Stream Deck into this mix here. Because it is something that needs to be added. Is absolutely something that needs to be added. And it looks like, is that the 15? That's the 15. We'll do the 15 button right there. I don't think that's on Prime Deal though. That's probably why I didn't do that. So we're gonna push this. Up a little bit. And not everything's gonna be in Prime Day. It is what it is. So, but there's still great deals. So where are we? We are on the Osmo Pocket. We're going to go straight to the Osmo Action. I got to play with this last year. Once again, if you're in the DJI infrastructure and want to stay in the DJI infrastructure, then you definitely want to take a look at this little camera right here, the Osmo Action. And this is also in a prime deal. 12 megapixel digital camera, 2 displays, 36-foot underwater Wi-Fi HDR video, and a 145-degree angle. And it's amazing. I did a couple walkthroughs last year with this camera, and I was very impressed in how it looked, how it felt. And yeah, I definitely would have that in my arsenal in small cameras. But I don't right now. I should probably rectify that. I should. But a great little camera right there if you want to stay in the DJI infrastructure. The price actually is a little bit better than what the GoPro 9 is, but GoPro Hero 9 is the newest of the cameras out there. So that might be something that you want to think about in doing anything. Now, let's say you're setting up your studio and it's like, hey, I want to do a green screen. I have a really cool green screen. Let me show you my chroma key right here. And I set this up. I built this myself because at the time, keep in mind, I've been doing this for a long time. And at the time, they didn't have a lot of different chroma keys. And this one's starting to look a little bit old. I need to clean it off at least a little bit. So we'll bring this all the way down. But the way that I have the cameras set up, you're going to see some bleed through on the side. So now I can go and I can bring in pictures. Oh, I got to turn off the light here so I can go Studio Glow off. And I'm going to turn that off. So this is my chroma key right here. It's not set up properly, but let's see what we can do in getting a good chroma going right here. And I don't think I have any images offhand. So we'll just do a straight up. We'll just use a straight up white. And then we'll get the chroma right here. And oh, that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to take this and we're at least going to zoom it in so we don't get as much of the wall. And then I'll go like that. And now, look at that. I have a full chroma key. I can put a picture behind me if I wanted to, but it's a nice dark wall. So I can do some presentations and talk about things. I could probably put up the screen here. Let's do that. Let's go and go screen capture, and we'll go. I think this is the right screen capture. That is correct. So we'll go like that, and then I can go and I can bring myself into the corner. Whoops. Can I? Nope. Into the corner. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So, and keep in mind that I don't have this properly set up, so there might be a little bit of artifact noise in the background. But anyway, so yeah, green screens are what you can do, and this is a great green screen right here. It's by a company called Newer. And Newer, I trust Newer for a lot of my products. I started buying lights from Newer many years ago, and they just have some great products. Neewer, and they have this nice little chroma key photo studio here. Let's bring that in and excuse me, as I close this out. So you get a full backdrop, and the cool thing about that backdrop is the fact that if you are doing full from head to foot, then that chroma key is perfect. My chroma key, which I'm now rolling back up, is about it goes down to my knees, because that's all I need it for, is down to my knees. And so, and I use this rolling thing to go up, and I use the cord. I actually replaced it. It used to be pulled down until I did a show one day, and I pulled down, then I pulled back up, and it actually pulled itself back up is what happened. So let me turn this off because it's going to look a little awkward because I just adjusted it for that. Let's bring me back in like that, and there we go. And resize. There we go. So I want to check something really quick, and there we go. Perfect. That's all I wanted to check. I just realized I didn't know if I had audio coming through over on Prime. So James goes, I thought this was live. Oops. No, it is live. Absolutely. We are absolutely live on the channels here. So does it not say live? Let me just check something here really quick. Yeah, we're live. We're good to go. Everybody's happy. Everybody's kung fu fighting. That's for sure. So let me just reply to him really quick. It is live. Perfect. All right. Okay, so that's what we were going to talk about next, is the Newer photo studio. Perfect for photos, perfect for videos, perfect for whatever you need it for. Where's my cursor? There we are. Let's do that and come back in here. So if you're looking for some sort of backdrop where you can take pictures and be able to put them into scenes and things like that, or you're doing live streams, something like this is a great thing. And if it goes down to the floor, then you have more of a infinity feel to it, so you can capture more of your body as you go. It is 8.5 by 10 feet. Now, this one is, I believe, 6 feet. And when it was in the old studio, it was perfect. But the new studio, I would have loved it to be a couple more feet. So this being 8.5 feet by 10 feet would be something that I would definitely take a look at and make a purchase. Under $100, can't go wrong there. And it is on in the Prime Day deals, so you can check that out from Newer Photo Studio. Let's move on from here. Speaking of Newer, they also have this really cool motorized camera slider. Now, a motorized camera slider, what it'll do is instead of me going like this, the slider will do it for you. So, and if you've watched some of these videos, some of these TV shows, and especially interviews, one-on-one interviews, you'll see as somebody's talking, somebody will be moving or something like that, and it's like, so you have a camera guy that's doing that. No, that's what these sliders are for. And they have straight sliders and they have slightly curved ones. And the curved ones will then allow the camera to focus on the subject a little bit as it's turning like that. It's an amazing thing. And with this, you can use your iPhone or your phone. I think this is also Android available. Where you'll be able to control it. You let it go a little bit faster, let it go a little bit slower, and just really get the shot that you need it to get. It's high durability. It looks like aluminum sides on there, and carbon fiber. Excuse me, not aluminum. And I've used a few of these sliders. Just amazing to be able to move it back and forth. The battery pack, you'll see the battery pack on the front of that thing. So you don't need that's the battery right there on where that strap is, right there. So you don't need to have it plugged into a wall. You can just operate it via the battery and just have some fun with it. So, All right, and so they've got a couple here, but I believe these are 17. That one's 17% off this time, and this one is it looks like a little bit bigger, heavier one, and this is not part of the Prime deals. So just so you know, that's and yeah, you probably saw the price there and went, oh, that's but if you're doing higher end video, you want to have good equipment and to not have to be behind there moving the slider back and forth, that's an amazing thing to have. So you can control everything from a central location and then just activate the slider and let it go from there. So hold on a second. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. There we go. All right, let's move on and take a look at the next product up for sale. Newer. I can't say more about newer than just looking at my studio. I'm lit almost all newer lights, except for this backlight, which is not turned on. Let's do that again. Studio glow on. Yeah, I can speak. Not sure. Turn studio glow on. There we go. Now that light will come on. There we go. Perfect. And so newer lights, I have a panel light here. I have a panel light here. I have an overhead panel light. So when I'm showing off what's on my desktop here, it's lit up so you can see it. I have what's called a fill light, which is over here. And that just kind of gives me a little bit more of a back glow. You can see that in that reflection right there. Shiny, not so shiny. Shiny, not so shiny. Shiny, not so shiny. Anyway, these are all newer lights. And the two panel lights I have on my drum set, newer lights. It's just they're low cost. They have a lot of great functionality to them. I have one that does multiple colors. These do 3200 to 6,000 Kelvin. And same thing with this one. This one, that one was on, I bought those for my cameras for when I was out doing conferences and things like that because it fit right on the camera. It's really small. This one right here that's in the Prime deal is a bicolor LED professional video light. Let's zoom in on it. And it comes with the bag, it comes with the power, and it looks like some sort of mounting system right there and cord. On the back, you have battery holders, one battery holder. We've got the dimmer control, we've got the power LED, and that's a dual switch. And basically what it means is when you switch it one way, it'll use the power to light the lights, and if you switch it the other way, it will charge the batteries. And so you can mount that up on any different way. They have this mounted, as you can see, it's mounted more on a vertical than a horizontal and giving you more light in the vertical aspect. And it goes from 3200 Kelvin to 5600 Kelvin. More of a yellow light versus more of a natural white light. So, and you got all these great shots. But you can dim this. I think this is a hand dimmable. There is no iPhone control on that. But it's a great light to have. I cannot speak any better of the newer system because they bring LED into the affordable range, and it's just amazing what kind of lights you can get from newer. And when you get up there, just go to the newer store, and you'll see all ring lights to panel lights to camera lights to RGBW lights, and everything in between. So, and being under $100 for 960 LEDs, even a year ago, that probably would have been at least a $250 range item. So, a great snap up right there. I don't think we're on that one. I haven't been hitting the button there. So, that we'll flip over to that right now. There it goes. And so, yeah, you can check that out in the newer store. That is another Prime Day deal. More Prime Day deals. If you're into getting a softbox light, these will use the CFLs. And this is one of the products I haven't tested out, but softboxes are pretty much softboxes. So if you need to get a more softer feel in your studio with a lot of light, That's where these little puppies come in. The 800-watt Softbox photography lighting kit. If you're a photographer, this is better for a photographer than it is for a videographer. But videographer, you'll be able to use that without a problem whatsoever. So amazing. You get the CFLs and you'll just screw them in. And these CFLs are pretty good for keeping your power in control and not having to blow out your electricity bill, and giving out enough light. Now, the only thing with CFLs is, you have a small little warm-up period, because if you look, especially when they get older, they take a little bit longer to fill up the whole spiral area. So other than that, they work. I've used those types of lights for many years before LED became a really nice, affordable thing. And even nowadays, you can get 100-watt, 200-watt LED bulbs that you can switch out these CFLs with, and then you're running LEDs as well. So that's an option right there. But it comes with the stands. It's the soft boxes, and it'll really give you a good spread out light to play with when you're doing your videos. So, all right, M&M Gaming goes, I have a question. So I wanted to purchase a G Pro X. Let's go back here. I wanted to purchase a G Pro X headset from Logitech, and I wanted to know the discount in it for Prime Day today. Also wanted to purchase the G Pro X TKL keyboard from Logitech, and I also would like to know the Prime Day discount on that too, please. That's a good question. I'm not set up for searching on that right now, but let's take a quick second here to take a look at it, because you're talking the G Pro X headset. Let's bring that up. And I'm not seeing anything with the with Prime Day deals. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but I am not seeing anything on Prime Day deals. This is the pro gaming headset that they're talking about right there. There we go. And so it's a gaming headset. It's got a microphone on it, and it's got the headset on it, of course. And I believe it's wired. This one's just wired. I don't know if they have a Bluetooth or a wireless technology version, but you can definitely check that out. I don't see any Prime Day deals for this headset, but once again, Prime deals are showing up every hour. So it could, next hour I could be looking around and all of a sudden it's there. And if it's there, I'll take a look. So Young Dagger goes, can you do a Fire TV stick but not the 4K, please? I believe so. It's a good question. I didn't look at the Fire TV sticks. I do have a couple Fire TV TVs. I'm not sure why you don't want to do the 4K. Are you looking for something a little bit cheaper, or whatnot? So let's see what we got. Fire TV stick, and combine the two. Let's do that. Fire TV stick. Oh yeah, they do have a Prime. No, they have a Prime Day deal for the 4K for under $30, and then a regular. Why would you want a non 4K one? So, do you know any good motherboards as well? Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a minute. We've got that in the plan here. So let's move on forward here, and let's get to here. We've got the SanDisk. SanDisk, I talked about it this morning. I'm a big fan of SanDisk. I use SanDisk SD cards in almost all of my cameras, my security cameras. I believe one's probably in here. If there's an SD, I don't think there's an SD card in here right now, but if there was, it would be in there. So it is a SanDisk. I can't speak more highly of them. I use them all the time, and including this one right here. It's plugged into my computer. It's the SanDisk 1 terabyte Extreme Pro portable external. They have the 2 terabyte portable extreme portable external SSD, 1050 megabits per second, USB-C 3.1, but you can definitely plug it into a USB-A. It just won't be as fast if you're not on a 3.1 system. But it's great. They have it in 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte sizes. Now, what I talked about this morning, basically what I do with my video is I have all my videos are on the hard drive for the year, are on the hard drive here. I then make a backup to a 2 terabyte drive, which is what's called an RDX drive, which is a removable disk drive. And then I have a few of those. And so I have one for 2020, one for 2019, one for 2018. And then, of course, 2018 will get erased, and then it'll become 2021. That is for backup, and that's my first step of backup. My second step of backup is a NAS, which is a RAID-controlled multi-hard drive system that will put the data across all the hard drives. That way, if one of these drives decides to die, I can replace it with another drive, and it'll recreate all the data and come back to life, and that's cool. But when I'm on the road, I don't have that backup ability, and I always try to have that backup ability. That's why I have a couple of these SanDisk drives, because then I can back up the backup. And if I lose this one, or if it becomes damaged, I have the other one. And of course, these hard drives are so small nowadays. It's just amazing. This one comes with the ability to put a carabiner on it. So you could probably put it in your pocket. You could strap it to a bag or anything like that. And just amazing. 2 terabytes worth of data. Now, if you're doing 4K data, it's going to eat it up really quick. But if you're doing 1080p video, like a lot of the video that I do, then it's perfect for that, and it'll hold a lot of video data in there. It's just an amazing little disk drive. You can also get the 1 terabyte version. They do have that, and of course, as they grow up, in January they said that there was an 8 terabyte version coming. So that's pretty cool. But you can get 2 terabytes right now and probably back up what you have on your laptop or your desktop easily. Pictures, videos, audio files, whatever, documents, all onto that drive and all SSD. So an amazing little deal right there. So you can check that out. Another deal, a Prime Day deal right here, and this is the one you guys have been asking about over there in the chat. By the way, Michael S. says hello. Hello, Michael S. How you doing? Ask your questions, and I'll try and answer them as best as possible. I talked about this morning. I'm a big fan of AMD processors. I'm also a big fan of MSI motherboards. I have an MSI motherboard and a Ryzen 7 inside this machine that's streaming to you guys right now. It's but this one's a little bit newer, a little bit better. It's off the Tomahawk Gaming series on MSI, and I have the Tomahawk 350 in this one. This is the Tomahawk B550, and it comes with an AMD Ryzen 7 3800 XT 8-core 16-thread processor. And just an amazing, we'll zoom in on that a little bit. The combination of the two, you should be able to get into gaming super quick, super easy. The board I believe the board has the ability to do VR support, but don't quote me on that. As my 350 has that ability. I don't do VR gaming, so I don't normally use that. So you can load it up with Windows, you can load it up with Steam, and do a little bit of gaming right there. And you match it with some really great memory. I talked about Corsair memory this morning. I'm sorry. Yeah, Crucial, not Corsair. Crucial, which I have in the list here, which we'll be talking about in a second here. But you really get into some gaming, the AMD Ryzen 7. It's a very powerful and awesome processor. There is the Ryzen 9, which is even more. I think it's like you can do 12 cores or 16 cores. Excuse me. And then you get into the Threadripper, I said Ryzen 9 does 12 cores, and then you get into the Threadripper, and Threadripper will get you into up to 16 cores, 32 threads. Just if you really need that much power. If you're just doing web surfing and stuff like that, this one's perfect. If you're going to do your gaming, this one's perfect. But if you're doing like super gaming, or if you're doing video like I'm doing, then you want to have a good processor and good memory and a good motherboard, and that's what we got right there. So with the motherboard, the CPU is, you can see what the CPU is, and then the motherboard, and then they even have an option where there's liquid cooling involved, and you definitely want to get some liquid cooling with the fans in there. But those aren't part of the Prime Day deals, so you can check those out on your own. Definitely click on the link and take a look at it. And then, of course, if you need memory, Crucial has got some Prime Day deals on there in whatever you need for the memory. Now, keep in mind, you got to get the memory for the computer that you have. It's not interchangeable. You just can't buy these two and expect them to fit in every single computer. There is a way to check to see which kind of computer that this memory would fit and if it would work in your computer. So make those checks. And I believe there's when you start going through the drop downs on Amazon, they'll start saying, is this good for your machine? And it looks like we got a little bit of an interruption here. We're going to keep going like it's, we're good. I think we got a little hiccup. But anyway, let's give it a second to work itself out. And we're going to move on from there. Let's continue. Let's continue. It looks like we went through a small little storm right there. Let's continue on. That is the Crucial Ballistic 3200 megahertz processor right there. Now let's get into some TVs. And of course, when you're doing live streaming, you want to have a good monitor behind you. In fact, I'm looking at a monitor as I'm talking to you guys right now. And with this monitor, basically I have, it just covers, I can do a lot of different things. I can bring up windows, and then I have my camera right below, so I can see what's going on. If I have any problems, like right now, I had some internet, it looks like I am having some internet storm connection issues. So you might see some fluctuation in the bit rate a little bit, but it looks like we're back up and running. And yeah, as you go, you see what's going on. You don't need like a teleprompter as you're talking about different things. I do set this up as a teleprompter as well. So I'm, if I am reading from a script, which I'm not right now, so I'm babbling a little bit. I apologize for that. But you can read through a script and look like this, and you say, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, and have a good show. And you can record that up and put that out on wherever, and your own Amazon live stream. You can be doing that as well. But one of them, and this is, I believe this deal has been claimed, but once again, I think there is some way to do a wait list on this and just do a watch list on this. So, and of course, these deals, there's several different Toshibas out there. So if this, this one might be taken up, but there might be some other Toshiba monitors out there that you can get. Toshiba, I'm a pretty big fan of Toshiba. I've had a couple in my lifetime. I've had a couple Toshiba CRTs TVs in my lifetime as well. So 55 inches, 4K, UHD, Fire TV edition. This is just an amazing little monitor right there that you can get. And unfortunately, I think that one was all sold out. But keep an eye on the list. They might have some more that they'll show up a little bit later. Maybe somebody will order it and said, I really don't want this, and then cancel that. And then might go back into the mix. You never know. You never know. Let's move on from here. That was that one. Let's go to this one. As I told you, I have NAS, the ability to actually do storage on multiple drives in what's called a RAID format, so I can make sure that my data is safe. And that's where the Seagate Iron Wolf comes in. Seagate. We're a little bit of a pause. There we go. That's where a Seagate comes in. Sorry about that. A little bit internet storm going on right now. So, where are we? Oh yeah, the Iron Wolf Pro for your NAS. Actually, I got a couple questions. Let me answer these questions really quick. Michael, Amazon customer goes, where do you check if parts are compatible? a lot of the times when you go look up things, like for instance, if you do any car parts on Amazon, it'll have a series of drop downs on there. But I know that there's a way for memory, because I've done it before, that you can look it up. And you can always do a quick Google search and just basically look at the motherboard, look at the manual that comes with the motherboard to see what type of memory comes with it. And that's always a great way to do that as well. So that was RAM, not a processor. What was RAM, not a processor? Yeah, we showed you the process. That was the AMD Ryzen was the processor, and then the Crucial was the RAM. Unless I said processor, as I go, as I'm rambling on and I'm doing this for a couple hours, yeah, I kind of, it happens. It happens. So what can you do? So anyway, I'm a big fan of Seagate for their hard drives, and the Seagate, and which is interesting because I like SanDisk for the SSDs, and I like Seagate for their hard drives. Now the Iron Wolf Pro, 4 terabyte NAS. Let me do something really quick. I'm going to flip this back. I'm having a little bit of internet storm, and I realized I haven't paused the syncing on some of the stuff. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to finish this in a minute here. I think I'm going through an internet storm, so we'll be back, and we'll do some more deals in about 20 minutes here. I'll be right back. Hopefully we're not going to have any more interruptions here, so apologize on that. So an amazing thing. Let's see, it's got there's this little side view right there, and you can these are all VESA mounted, I believe. So yeah, there's the VESA mounts right there, so you can put them onto a wall or anything like that. And then there's the HDMI, the setup. We got one USB, we got 3 HDMIs, we got an optical right there. And then we got Ethernet, so if you want to connect it to the Ethernet. I don't know if it's wireless. I'm guessing it's wireless and it's Ethernet. We got AV, just if you have like an old VCR or something like that, you can plug that in. And then the antenna coaxial as well. So it's pretty thin. And there's the remote right there with extra buttons, pre-programmed buttons in there. So that was the TV. We were on the NAS. That's where we were. So we were talking about hard drives. I have a NAS, which is a network attached storage, which is the ability to actually store all my files onto multiple hard drives, and it stores the files like that rather than on each hard drive. That way, if one of the hard drives dies, I can put another hard drive into it, and it'll start working again. It'll recreate the files or all the data that was missing from that one drive. And if you're doing at home, anything at home for work, it's always good to have a good backup plan. And I have several backups in my backup plan. Let's move on from here. If you're doing some video, especially if you have SDI video, this is perfect. It's on a Prime deal, and it's on Lightning deal actually right now. You save up to 15%. And this is from a company called JTech Digital. I have not used this brand specifically. But basically this will take a coaxial cable and it will send it over the internet. And that's what this is. There are 2 boxes right here. And these 2 boxes will then, you have to power them, of course, but then you can run it through your network. So let's say you had a camera in another room behind some glass or something like that, and it has an SD connection, a BNC type connection, and you want to run it into this room, but you don't want to have that big old cable there. Well, you can actually go through the network cable and do it that way. That's pretty cool. And it goes through a single Cat 5 or 5E or 6 cable, and can go up to 300 meters. So if you are, this would be something that as a video creator I would get for like being on a stage or something like that. So the camera is on stage, and then I'm over by the soundboard, which is like a pretty good distance away. And instead of using a single cable, I can use an Ethernet. I can plug it into an Ethernet jack or an Ethernet switch, and then have one cable come back to the board instead of several cables coming back to the board. And I could most likely even hang that cable overhead. So For distance, this is a really nice little device right here. Moving on, I'm going to skip this next one because I don't know it too well, and I know that it's sold out. It's the AD200 Pro Lite. So we're just going to skip over that one for now. Couple tripods here that are on Lightning deals. So if you're looking for tripods need to be sturdy. They need to have a few different functions to them. This one right here, what I like about it is the way that the legs come up. So it's not twist, turn, and close. It's got those little latches on it. And that way, if you set it up, it doesn't fall down. Because I find that if you have one where you have to turn a little thing and then extend and then tighten that down, sometimes those stop working. And so that's what I don't like about tripods. And so this one has that ability to do that. And of course, the price is right on that. This one, I'm gonna skip past this one because the deal has ended on here. And I'm now running out of time now. I realize that I have another event in the top of the hour, which I'm going to be late for, just to finish this up. Finally, a couple things here. The outdoor projector. Now this is perfect because if you're a video creator, you want to show your works to the people. So you can have outdoor when it starts to get warm again. You can have outdoor events, or you could have outdoor in the winter too. Why not? And you can show off your movies or watch the game with a whole bunch of friends and be socially distanced outside. So that's really cool. So that's what this screen is for. I have not used it. Looks like it's been 100% claimed, but once again, they might have more coming up in the future here. So you can keep an eye on that. Definitely go over to these and then say, watch. I want to watch this and see if more show up. And you can definitely order it from the regular price, but they might come back up in the next 24 hours as a deal again. So you keep an eye on that. Definitely click on that link and check it. Finally, the decked out t-shirt. What I'm wearing is my own creation. I have several on up here on Amazon. In fact, let me get to that. No, I don't want to show that. I want to show this. And it's not showing them. Hold on. Huh. It's yeah, it looks like Amazon's kind of not showing off the t-shirts. Let's see what happens. Look at that. Well, you see the link down below, and for some reason I'm not finding my t-shirts. Oh, that's why. It helps if I type it incorrect. They were just showing up. Now let's put an A in there. There we are. Oops, if I type it incorrect. So a whole bunch of Geekazine t-shirts, including the Geekazine logo. You can definitely support the brand. And then some cool the shirts like the decked out shirt. That's this one right here. And the raglan, and then a couple other designs. I'm going to be building some more designs in the Geekazine brand over on Amazon. So you can definitely get this shirt. So I appreciate it. If you do, let me know. You can contact me. Let me know. And we'll go from there. So, all right, let me do this because I forgot to turn this back on. So that's pretty much it for the list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for that small little hiccup on the interwebs, but if you have any questions, you can contact me over at Geekazine. Think Magazine, put in a geek, and you can follow me on all the socials, including here at Amazon, amazon.com/shop/Geekazine. And that will get you to my page. Go ahead and follow that. I see somebody clicked on the link for the shirt. Thank you very much. I got to get going to another event, and I'll try and be back a little bit later. We'll definitely search some more deals on different types of tech for you, so you guys can continue on with going on there. So until next time, you guys geek out and take care. You were watching Geek Tech Talk Live, and I'm Jeffrey Powers. Take care.